Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Goffstown High School for another matchup of basketball, boys basketball between the Goffstown Grizzlies and the Milford Spartans. And tonight's game, unfortunately for the Grizzlies, they've not had the best of seasons. They've only have 2 wins so far, coming off a tough loss to John Stark, which I've been told resulted in the ejection of their coach for the next several games. That tap is won by Goffstown. And Colby Putnam will be bringing the ball up. And he's going to drive to the hoop and goes in and out, gets tipped back. Stekowicz takes a 3, and he nails it. You know, he's got a really good form, good three-point shooter for a big guy. He's 6'4". He's been going back and forth between JV and the varsity team. It looks like Goffstown's going to be in a zone defense. Requires a lot of communication to make sure you don't have any backdoor type cuts. And here comes a shot by number 20 for Milford, and a nice rebound by number 23, Taylor French. So you have your starting lineup here is a lot of guys that you wouldn't think would necessarily be in your starting lineup. Certainly not the ones who've started most of the season, and that ball got dribbled off a Milford defender. Inbounding will be Putnam. Miles Green, number 12. And that's a nice inbounds pass to Gavin Collins for the lay-in, and Goffstown quickly jumps to a 5-0 lead. And once again, they're in that, it's like a 2-1-2 zone. Gavin Collins is up top along with Putnam. Down low is French and Stekowicz. You all got to see it. That's a nice three-point shot by Milford, number 20, Pare. Three seconds by Goffstown. Looks like we got Derek Stekowicz in there too long. So Pare brings the ball up and it's tipped. So good defense by Gavin Collins, getting a hand on that one, goes out of bounds. So once again, Goffstown is coached by the JV coach, and unfortunately I don't have his name. I didn't know that the Goffstown head coach, I guess, was disciplined and not allowed to coach for the next 3 games. Really nice defense by 13, and here comes another three-pointer, and that shot drops. So they're going to have to pay attention to him, and now quickly Milford gets a 1-point lead on 2 3-pointers by Pare. They're going to have to play a lot tougher defense on him. He seems to be the go-to guy so far early in this game. Sloppy play, and then a nice, a missed layup there by number 13, Gavin Collins. That was a bunny shot, and he missed it, unfortunately. Greska with the ball, passes it off. Now up to number 5, Erda. Goffstown is playing really good defense. I like the footwork by Gavin Collins. He's really showing some intensity out there. And that's going to get almost thrown away. You got to stay on number 20 because he has got that jump shot. That's the tough part about playing a zone, is that you're susceptible to leaving three-pointers available. And Milford is really not able to get the ball inside. Here comes a long 3, and that could have been an over the back on Milford, and they call a travel on that. I don't really like that call, so they don't call an over the back, but they do call a travel as French was able to bring that rebound in. I'm going to get a timeout here. Like the defensive intensity so far by Goffstown in that zone defense. They're quickly jumping out to the perimeter. So far, Goffstown is now they trail by 1, and really was just 2 3-point shots by Milford that has them up in the game. And so far, I have to say, I'm a little bit surprised in terms of the starting lineup. It was Gavin Collins, Taylor French, Miles Green, Colby Putnam, and Derek Stekowicz. Although I will say that defensively, they are really moving their feet, really active on the defensive side, being stingy in terms of the ball going on the inside, and they're being able to get good rebounds. So let's see if they can continue that. Milford is able to successfully inbound the ball. Here comes another three, and that hit the strap. So that's going to be Goffstown's ball. As Collins brings the ball up to Miles Green. Over to Putnam at the point. Stekowicz is way out for a guy who's 6'4". And he's got to try to be a little bit more aggressive in terms of getting open in that low post. And he seems to be content flashing out in that perimeter. He takes the ball, and again, he looks to shoot the ball, but he doesn't. And that's a nice give and go to Derek Stekowicz. Real good team basketball there. And Stekowicz scores his 5th point early in this first. Again, Goffstown is sticking with that 2-1-2. And so far, they're really working hard on the defensive side of the ball. Maybe that's why these guys are in the game for Goffstown. And you have not seen many of them start games, but they are really giving it their all tonight. Nice pass on the inside, and that's a foul, I think, on Stekowicz. But that was a nice cut by number 5. That was Erda into the paint, and he gets fouled by Stekowicz. That's his first and the team's first. And here comes the first of 2, and he makes the first one. And that ties the game at 7-7. And he makes the second. So Milford pulls to a 1-point lead here with under 3.5 to play in the first. Putnam brings the ball up. And they better move out of that paint. That was number 23, French. And that's going to be a jump ball situation that's going to go to Milford. You know, French was kind of a little bit in no man's land there. He made a good cut to get the ball, but then he really wasn't able to grab it. So now Milford brings the ball up. Number 20, Pare. He's the one who has 2 threes to start this game. Good defense by Goffstown. Cross-court pass. Again, Goffstown's doing a good job with their footwork. Very, very active. Hands up. Milford is very content just passing the ball around the horn. But they're not really setting any type of screens. No one's really flashing through the paint. There's 5 flashes through, nothing. Everybody's got a box here, and that's in and out. And Stekowicz is unable to corral it, and that'll be Milford's ball with 2 minutes and 15 seconds. A very, very fast first period here. Really good defense by number 5. Connor Hyzak is in the game. Again, good footwork there. That's the key. You got to move your feet when you're playing a zone. You got to jump out to the wings. He's got nothing. And here comes a shot. Nope. Stekowicz pushes the ball to Hyzak. And that's a sloppy pass by Hyzak. And now it's a fast break. Easy bucket for number 3, Greska. So again, that's a sloppy pass by Connor Hyzak. Unfortunately, gave the ball over. And now Milford extends their lead by 3, 10-7. French has the ball over to Green. And he drops the 3. So Miles Green with a 3-pointer ties the game up, 10-10. With about a minute and 20 seconds to go. Here comes a shot by Milford, and that's rebounded by Hyzak, and he's pushing the ball. This is what Goffstown really should be doing, and that's a foul. They didn't call it. And one. So Colby Putnam drives to the hoop, and he gets fouled. Good balanced attack so far by Goffstown, as they lead now 12-10. In for Milford is number 33, Robertson. And in for Audis Stekwich. And 24 is in the game, Tegan Collins. And Putnam nails his free throw. And now we've got Jared Heidenreich, number 33, in the game. So good job by the starting five of Goffstown as they are able to extend this one. Extend a lead 13-11. Again, it's going to require a lot of defensive intensity, which the starting five had. Again, it's quick feet, keep your hands up. Here comes number 20 again. And a rebound by Collins. Pushes it over to Heidenreich. He's trapped in the corner. And they say he carried the ball on a dribble, which is kind of unusual because they don't call that in high school basketball that much. I see a lot of carrying of the ball on dribbles, and on that, we got 30 seconds left in the first. And that ball is nicely tipped by Colby Putnam. Got wide open, Hyzak. Wide open in the corner. Heidenreich with the ball. Back over to Putnam, trying to set a screen, and he's open. That's not going to drop. So Goffstown, after one, leads 13-11. And I'd say the story so far in this game is the really good zone defense by Goffstown. The defenders are really quick to the ball. You know, you have to be when you're playing that 2-1-2, especially Milford has sunk two 3-pointers, so you're going to have to jump out on those wings, and so far they've done a really good job. So as you can see, there is no Caleb Brown tonight. I am solo. I am told that he's working, but we do have our cameraman Kevin here tonight, so I want to thank Kevin and the folks at GTV who allow us to do these basketball games. So let's see if there's any change in those on the court on both teams, as Goffstown enters the second with a 13-11 lead. And again, really good defensive intensity. If you're the coach for Goffstown, again, I'll try to get his name at halftime, but you can tell that there's a lot of intensity on the court here in terms of speed to the ball. Hyzak gets the inbound pass from Putnam. He's playing the point. And again, I think Goffstown's strengths by and large are, slashing to the hoop. Number 20 is in the game for Goffstown, Aaron O'Melia. As Hyzak open for a three. And he barely misses it, but again, kept active by Heidenreich, and that's going to be an over the back by Putnam. But really good job by Heidenreich tipping that ball, keeping it active. But Goffstown, again, that was kind of an easy kind of shot, just couldn't get it to fall. So Amelia's on the court, Gavin Collins, Tegan Collins, Heidenreich. Pin number 4 is in the court for Milford. And that's a 3-second violation. That was Pin, who was in the paint a little too long. So Amelia will inbound the ball to Connor Hyzak. And again, Goffstown's strength, I think, is the more of the fast break slash to the hoop. Here comes Amelia with a three. And he nails it. And he has a real good jump shot as well. That's Aaron O'Melia, who has not had a ton of playing time throughout many of these games that at least I've coached. I mean, I've announced. What do we got going here? That was number 20, Amelia, with a foul. That's Goffstown's third, and here comes almost another shot by Pare. Not a whole lot of height from Milford on the court right now, so they're going to have to rely on quick passes, maybe a dribble penetration and get a shot going, but most of their points are going to probably have to be from the perimeter. Goffstown has a big height advantage right now. And that ball was turned over. Hyzak with it, crossover dribble. And I like that pass, but that shot is way off. Heidenreich gets the loose ball. Good hustle by Heidenreich. Now with Hyzak, has it at the top of the key. And we have looks like we have an injury timeout that's called by the official. Amelia is going to leave the game, and in will be number 12, Green. Not sure what happened. Hyzak plays point. High screen by Collins. Miles Green fakes the shot. Skip pass. Tough pass inside to Heidenreich. He was not in a good position to receive that ball. I don't know why they threw it to him. And then Hyzak, and that's going to stay here. So good activity there by Jared Heidenreich. Got great position down low. He got pushed from behind to pick up a foul. So Hyzak will do the job of inbounding the ball. Goffstown leads 16-10 with under 6 minutes to play in the second. And a really nice, see, you got to make these. And that's Tegan Collins. He missed, two kind of bunny shots there. It was a great inbounds pass. Here comes almost another shot by number 20. And again, with that height advantage, all Goffstown has to do on the outside shooters is to really keep their hands high. Number 5 with a three-point attempt. And that ball's rebounded by Goffstown. Passes over to Hyzak, who sets it up. Collins. Again, I don't really like that shot. He had a wide open guy on the perimeter, and Heidenreich is in there. Is that Heidenreich? In there for the rebound, and he's going to go to the line. He got pushed. So Heidenreich's been really active down low, picking up a lot of loose balls and getting rebounds. He's a tall kid, 6'4". And he misses the first. And let's see what he can do on the second. And Heidenreich hits his free throw to extend it to a 17-10 lead. And now in is Putnam. And who's coming out? Heidenreich. He played a really good 5 minutes of play there. Very, very active down low. That's what Goffstown needs. He's a strong, athletic kid. He's been plagued by getting a lot of personal fouls in the last few games, and he really has got his act together in this one, that's for sure. So Gavin Collins is back in the game, and he has impressed me a great deal in terms of his perimeter defense. And that's a three-point shot by number 5, Erda. Maybe they're only giving him 2 based upon the scoreboard. I'll have to check on that at halftime. Again, good dribble by French, but he could not put it down. Here comes an open 3. Not going to take it, though. Here comes a shot. And that is a three-pointer by number 2. I think that was King. And that cuts the lead to 17-16. Again, off-balance shot. I don't like that. If you don't have it, you dish it. And a really nice play. This might be a timeout situation here because Goffstown has now led up. I think it's 8 unanswered points here. You can see French is trying to get the ball down low. That's it. He's got it. There you go. Great pass. He's got to make that shot. Going to get back on defense, number 13. He missed that layup. Again, you got to play tough D. Move those feet. And that was good defense by number 12 for Goffstown. Here comes French. And one. So Taylor French goes to the hole, and he draws a foul, and that will be, they're going to call it, they calling a charge on that? They called a charge? I guess they called a charge. I don't think he had his feet set, and I think the Goffstown coach is asking the same question here, especially since one of the refs said, hey, count it, and now they're taking it off the board. So that's going to be a foul on Taylor French, an offensive foul. That's Goffstown's fourth with under 3 minutes to play. I can't say I necessarily agree with that one. In is Carter Schwinnard at the point. He's playing at the top of the key, I should say, defensively. So what you give up a little bit here is that height. Rebound by French, and they're pushing it up to number 4, Schwinnard. And he misses a layup. So, again, Goffstown, unfortunately, they've missed probably 3 layups and 4 bunnies. What can be a completely different game. Reach-in foul. And this is kind of what has plagued Goffstown sometimes, is that they've kind of, their consistency on the court. So we have Stekowicz coming in for Collins. And that was a foul on Schwinnard. That's his first, team's 5th, with 2 minutes and 21 seconds. And that's going to be, they didn't call that one. That should have been a foul. And Goffstown picks up the ball, goes over to Putnam, over to Schwinnard, and he misses another layup. And this is, you got to be able to make these layups, guys. That's an easy 2 points. Great passing, pushing the ball up, but you got to convert. And that's the one thing I'd say here is the execution for Goffstown. This is one of the reasons why they only have 2 wins on the season, unfortunately, is that in terms of execution, putting the ball in the hoop on what are relatively easy shots, layups, etc., just does not happen on a consistent basis for the team. They've got a lot of team speed, very aggressive, but they're just doing it, having a hard time executing. So we've got a 60-second timeout here in the second. Goffstown trails 18-17. One issue here is that the next foul on Goffstown will put Milford to the line shooting the 1-and-1. Unfortunately for Goffstown, there's only 3 team fouls on Milford, so I don't expect that there will be any bonus situations in the first half. So referees have, by and large, allowed a lot of play here. They have really not called any ticky-tack fouls whatsoever, which I think is pretty good in high school football. Sometimes the referees, the officials, get a little carried away, and it really slows down the game. All right, so Milford's going to inbound with 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Goffstown's pressing here. And they break the press, and now they're going to go back into their zone defense. Again, they don't have a whole lot of height now on that perimeter. Rebound by Goffstown. And now Schwinnard brings the ball up. Over to Green. Stekowicz was open for a second. There you go. And a beautiful pass by Stekowicz. And another missed opportunity for Goffstown. That's probably their 8th missed layup. Minute and a half to play. Here comes a shot and rebound by Chouinard, and he gets the ball deflected from behind, and now it's going to be an easy bucket for Milford. So again, sloppy play by Goffstown in the last 3 to 4 minutes of this half has cost them dearly. They've been outscored pretty much 10-0. Skip pass over to Putnam. He drives, and he makes the shot. He got good height, good elevation on that jump shot to cut the lead just to 1. Now with under 35 seconds to go to the half, I think Milford might be content with just one last shot. .20 seconds to play, and that's the exact what Milford is looking to do. Goffstown's coming out a little bit to challenge. Here comes a shot by number 2, and that's no good. And a rebound by Milford with 6 seconds to go. They're going to put up another shot pretty quick. Number 5 with the 3, and that's an air ball. So with that, we go into halftime. Goffstown trails Milford by 1 point. So got Milford 20 and Goffstown 19, and we'll see you in a few minutes. All right, we resume into the second half. Goffstown trails by 1. Milford has possession. And again, Goffstown quickly goes out into that zone defense, which Milford really has not been able to penetrate. Miles Green and Hyzak up top, along with Colby Putnam, Taylor French, and Stekowicz down low. And a bad pass. And here comes a fast break opportunity. And that could have been a travel, too, but it was a hold. I think on that play, Hyzak just got to go right at the defender. He was going to get fouled no matter what. But I do like the way that Hyzak goes strong to the hoop. And he makes his first. And he misses a second, but he gets nope, he doesn't get a rebound. He tried to tip it. And that's high off glass by number 5 for, that was Erda. And Milford now takes a 22-20 lead. Not a whole lot of movement. That ball is thrown like right into traffic by Putnam. And here comes Milford pushing the ball. And a nice block by Putnam as Hyzak brings it up. Wide open is Green. He should take that shot, and he does. And he goes in and out. But that's a nice shot by Green. You'll take that. As long as you hit an iron, get a good stroke there. Here comes a long 3 by number 20. He misses. And that should have been a foul. Hyzak drives to the hoop, and he gets fouled. So that's the strength of Goffstown right there. Connor Hyzak, you got to go to the hoop. And the same thing goes for French and Putnam. They're good going to the hoop. They just got to keep doing it. And that ties the game up at 22 as Hyzak goes for the bonus here. And he makes it. So Goffstown takes its lead at 23-22 with under 6.5 to play. In a hot Goffstown High School gymnasium. I don't know what the deal is here, but it seems like it's always 80 degrees. Again, you got to keep your hands up for Goffstown defenders. They did that well in the first half. The key is footwork, and the key is active hands. Stekowicz gives up the baseline, and that's a steal by French, who quickly gives it to Hyzak, and they're looking to push. And that's a travel. He needed to dish that one, and Green come back on defense. Nice defense by Hyzak. And everyone's looking at the ball here. Green was looking at it. You got to attack that rebound. Coach has got to talk to him about that. And that's another bunny-type shot. Wide open is French, and he couldn't convert it. It's going to be Goffstown's ball because Stekowicz is able to kind of get in there. He might have got a little piece of an elbow or a hand. So in comes O'Melia, number 20. Passes over to Green. French is flashing up top of the paint over to Green. He had Stekowicz wide open on a low post but didn't pass it to him. Here comes Green with the three-pointer, and he hits it. So Miles Green with 3. And I'm going to get a timeout, Milford, as Goffstown extends its lead to 4. So Goffstown shooting the ball a little better tonight than I have seen in the previous couple of games that I've announced. And we've got a 30-second timeout by Milford, which is a good call because they were not playing well defensively, that's for sure. So Milford will inbound the ball on the near side. And let's see what type of defense Goffstown is going to play. They were playing a 2-1-2, then they were playing a 3-2. And looks like they're going back to a 3-2 with Green, O'Melia, and Hyzak up top. Stekowicz down low, as well as French. Again, Goffstown's got to crash the boards. So what looks like what Goffstown's trying to do is to try to not give up those perimeter threes. It's going to require a tremendous amount of leg work because you got to break out there and rebound by Hyzak. He needs to pass it to French, and that's another foul on Milford. But on that one, he had French kind of like wide open on the wing, and I would have dished that one off, but maybe he just didn't see him. Nonetheless, it's going to be a foul on number 5 for Milford. That's his second, and Hyzak will take the ball. He passes it over to O'Melia, and he gets fouled. I mean, I can't believe they didn't call that one. I mean, I saw that one like from here, and it was all arm. I don't know what O'Melia's doing. Got to protect the ball a little better, guys. And that's going to be white ball. A little bit sloppy here now as Heidenreich and Collins come into the game for French and Stekowicz. You're going to bring that ball in. That's going to go up to O'Melia up top of the key. Passes over to Heidenreich. Back over to O'Melia. O'Melia could try to dribble penetrate there on number 3. He's got about a foot height advantage there. And a shot. That's a three-pointer by Hyzak, and he's stroking it tonight. Goffstown leads by 7, under 4 to play. Good defense by Heidenreich, jumping out there quickly to the perimeter. Again, Milford is flashing certain players, number 33 Robertson through the paint, but again, they're not getting the ball to him. And that's what you got to do is you got to throw it into the middle, and then as two guys converge, then you throw it back out for a jump shot. But so far, Milford's been unable to get it into the paint area. And there's no dribble penetration. And 20, he passes the ball out to number 2. He dribbles inside, and that's going to be Milford's ball. So Heidenreich couldn't corral that one, and it goes out of bounds on him. And again, let's see if Milford, they've been in a drought here. Number 23 comes in the game, I think, Haston. Out goes 33 Robertson. And that ball goes to the top of the key. Hyzak is playing, he's playing way out there. Again, they're playing a 3-2 zone. Very active, on really good footwork. And that's a kick ball by Green. I love that defense, though. Love the defense. That's exactly what you want to see. And we're getting substitutes. So in comes number 3 for Goffstown. That's Will Kennedy. And now he goes up to the top. And again, you got to show some defensive intensity. So if Kennedy, he's got to really play up top real hard. Again, you got to have O'Meal. He's got to keep his hands up. Don't let those passes inside. And here comes a shot by number 20, and that's out. But Milford crashes the boards. That's the toughest part about a zone defense, is that you really don't have the ability all the time to box out because you don't have a defender. Amelia with the steal. He should just go right to the hoop, and he makes the layup. Nice job using his body, and Goffstown now up by 9 with under 2 minutes to play in the third. A lot better intensity so far by Goffstown. I like their defense. And it looks like O'Melia is playing almost like a center type position, and that's a travel. Seemed like that was a travel, didn't get called. They call that a Euro step. 7-point lead for Goffstown. Kennedy with the ball. Passes over to Collins. That's a dangerous pass across the court. Kennedy now looking for a jump shot. And he just throws a really weak pass to Heidenreich. Again, I feel bad for Heidenreich. He's gotten many passes that have been thrown at his ankles. And that's a 3. So quickly now, it's only a 4-point game with under a minute to go. And I think Goffstown has to be very careful now of their substitutions, because they have lost a little bit out on the court in terms of the defensive intensity. You want to play players, but you got to have the best players out there. And rebounded is Collins. And they got 22 seconds. So I'm going to assume here that Goffstown's going to go for one last shot in the third. I don't like that shot whatsoever. It made no sense to me, because with 10 seconds left, you don't want to do that. And that does it for the third. All right, here we go. Goffstown leads by 2 points with 8 minutes to play till the game. And this has really been the struggle for Goffstown all season long, is that I can't tell you, they probably have lost 4 or 5 games all by less than 4 or 5 points. It's the ability to be consistent, and they went up to like almost an 8 or 9 point lead in that third, and then they let Milford right back in it. And on the court, defensively, I think a good move. Number 13 has impressed me all night long. Gavin Collins. He's long, and he is quick to the ball. And that's a nice play by Milford. Defensive lapse. That's the first defensive lapse that I think I've seen for Goffstown playing that zone defense. And we were all tied up here. And nice a pass to Tegan Collins, entry pass, and he just puts that one right in. So, and he gets beat off the dribble. Heidenreich can't stop that one. Again, that's another defensive lap. So if Goffstown wants to win this game, they might want to play a little bit tougher D. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Collins. He didn't like that one. I don't know if I liked it either, because I don't think that Milford's defender's feet were set in that situation. But I'm not wearing the zebra-colored jersey, so doesn't matter what I say. Under 7 minutes, all tied 33 all. 3-2 zone defense for Goffstown. And the last 2 possessions, Milford's been able to break it. And that's going to be a reach-in foul. I'm curious to see how long Goffstown's coach is going to keep Connor Hyzak on the bench. Connor was definitely a spark. It's 33 all, and that's a timeout. So let's see what we got here. You know, most of these kids, if you can't play 6 minutes of basketball straight, then there's some issues. I mean, you're supposed to do conditioning drills. A lot of these guys have not even played probably a total of maybe even 12 minutes total. So really exhaustion should not be an issue at this particular point. 30-second timeout. And I think you got to really think hard about putting Hyzak back in this game. You need Hyzak and Putnam in here. You need some offense. And I like Stekwich in the game as well. It brings them a guy who can set some screens. And he draws a lot of attention on the low post from the Milford defenders, which allows other players to slash. So Heidenreich is in the game, Putnam. So it's the same guys that are out there. Miles Green is going to inbound the ball. And that's going to go over to Collins, and he'll be dribbling the ball up. And that's a really great screen by Heidenreich. Passes out to Putnam. And that's a great play. So Heidenreich sets that one up and is able to dish it over to Putnam for an easy layup. And Goffstown takes a 2-point lead. That's teamwork. That's what this team needs. Collapsing defense by Goffstown. Jump step. And a rebound by Heidenreich. Quickly passes over. Again, wait till all your teammates come back. You don't have everybody there. So Putnam has the ball, and he'll lead the offense right now with under 6 minutes to play. And they got to try to set a screen for Putnam up high, and they're not doing much of that. Into Heidenreich. He's got great position, and he misses a layup. It's got to be like the 9th missed layup for Goffstown tonight. And that's a nice drive to the hoop by Milford to tie the game up with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. You got to really be careful on that one, Gavin. Inside, outside. Screened by Heidenreich. He gets good position, but he can't control the ball. He's diving for it, and it's going to be a jump ball. They called a timeout white. Wow. Got a little lucky on that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, get all your 50-50 raffle tickets for $50 tonight.
I honestly didn't think that Heidenreich had possession of the ball to even call a timeout.
503-0406. That is 503-0406 for $50.
All right, so this timeout's almost over, and I tell you, at least in this game, there's been a lot more intensity from Goffstown in terms of their defensive play. I'd like to see Hyzak in the game, and sure enough, there he is. So, and in comes Stekwich. So it looks like they're going to close out the game with Hyzak, Heidenreich, Stekwich, Putnam, and Miles Green. And there is a foul on number 33, Heidenreich, and that's a turnover. He must have, that's his first. He must have pushed somebody. So Milford now has the ball with a chance to take a lead. And again, Goffstown's playing a 3-2 defense, and they did a good job in this in the first half. But Milford's been able to break it as they've been kind of running through the paint. Again, it's all about foot movement and keeping your hands up so you can't allow that entry pass inside. And number 3 is going to get called for 3 seconds if he stays in there that long. And that's going to be Colby Putnam with the steal. Almost had a fast break opportunity there, and Hyzak puts up a shot, misses. He gave him a head fake, but couldn't really quite, and that's a charge. Oh, my God. If you're going to call it, you got to kind of call it both ways. But, on that situation, I thought that the offensive player lowered his shoulder into the defender. And, again, if you're going to call that, then I think you have to call it consistently on both teams because that's happened to Goffstown on many occasions. So that's Goffstown's third team foul. Milford has 4 with under 4 minutes to play. It's all tied up. Not a whole lot of scoring in this second half, by the way. Here comes a three-point shot. And Goffstown's going to get the rebound. Good hustle by Colby Putnam as Connor Hyzak brings the ball up, sets up the offense. And I'm losing my microphone here. I don't know why. I can't. And that was Stekowicz with the rebound, but he couldn't put the ball back in. Under 3.5 to play, all tied here at Goffstown High School, 35 all. And that should be a foul on Stekowicz. He kind of gave him the hammer on that one. That's his, I think it's his second team foul. That's his, and O'Melia's going to come in the game. And they called a technical foul? On who? They called a technical foul on Stekowicz? He fouled him, but maybe he gave a little lip or something. And that's, so they'll take a lead on that one and misses the second. So, again, it's only me tonight, so I don't see all the action. Getting a little help from the fans. And Stekowicz comes out of the game, O'Melia in the game, and he'll go to the top. And we're waiting to hear, we got some official timeout. Taylor French is in the game. So they don't have a ton of height on the floor for Goffstown right now because you don't have Stekowicz and you don't have Heidenreich. So you got French and you got Putnam playing down low. I'm not so sure of the strategy here, but maybe they feel that they need more speed. And looks like they're slowing this game down. So under 3 minutes to play. And he traveled, and they're not calling it. So number 5, who I thought dragged a foot, didn't get called for it. And Putnam and Hyatt, and I don't like that one. Again, that's not, I don't think you want Connor Hyzak out there taking 3-point shots. He's a much better player when he's slashing. And now Goffstown trails by 3 with under 3 minutes to play. And they're going to a man. And again, I don't understand this. You played a zone well all night long, and now you're going to a man-to-man. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. Don't understand it. You've been so successful in terms of, forcing Milford. And now you get beat off the dribble. Oh, I don't like that call whatsoever. He had all ball. I don't know what the ref saw on that one. I thought O'Melia had all ball there, and that's Goffstown's 6th foul. Next one is in the bonus. And now Goffstown is in that man-to-man, and we got an injury timeout from Milford. I hope the Goffstown coach goes back to his zone here because that was very successful. So Goffstown trails 38-35 with under 2 minutes to play, 1:44 to be exact. And they're going to continue to play a man-to-man. Tegan Collins is in the game. And I don't understand. So now we go into the bonus. So you explain that one to me. I don't understand it. It should be the 7th foul, which means they're on the line. And it should be a 1-and-1. The refs are sleeping. I don't understand it. But now they're finally getting it. I don't understand how you get paid to not know that there's 7 fouls. And you have to have the coach raise his hands. And I don't understand why Goffstown went to a man-to-man when they've been doing so well. Oh, my God. How do you give that one up? Green says that he was slapped on that one. Maybe that was the case, but the refs didn't call it. And again, so now it looks like Goffstown is chasing the ball. It's 3 points lead by Milford, and that's a kick, but they didn't call it. And that's a foul. So now going to the line again. So this is what we have come to. Free throws. And I just don't understand. I honestly don't understand why Goffstown went away from a zone, which seemed to work. And now Milford pulls to a 4-point lead. And that goes in and out. Okay, you got to quickly move the ball up. You don't have a whole lot of time here, Amelia. You guys got to quickly score here. It's a 2-possession game. You got to take it to the hoop. And number 2 goes down to the deck kind of hard there. Amelia had a chance for a 3-point play if he had made that, but he wasn't successful. He'll go to the line shooting 2. So he'll shoot 2, and then Goffstown, if he can make the second one, look for Goffstown to press. See if you can force a turnover. If not, if you can't do it, then you got to foul again. And he makes the first. So if Amelia hits this one, look for Goffstown. Here is a substitution for Milford. In comes number 5, Erda. Out goes number 4, Pin. So look for Goffstown to press. Should Amelia make the second one? And he misses. And you got to foul quick. You got to foul. You want to foul right now. You want to foul quickly. I don't understand what they're doing. Go after the ball and foul. A foul, please foul. I don't know what you're waiting for. Foul. And they're not fouling. I don't understand this whatsoever. I know they're trying to maybe go for a steal, but you have to foul. The time is not on your side, my friends. You know what? This is a really frustrating sport to sometimes call, but I've never really coached basketball, but I know that at 30 to 40 seconds, your job is to extend the game and put them on the line to shoot a 1-and-1 situation because that's what you need to do. And I'm just kind of shocked that we haven't done it. And now they make. So now here's the problem. If that happens before with, say, 40 seconds, well, then you foul again and you have to play that game. But now there's only 12 seconds left and you have to score twice. And he makes 2. So Goffstown timeout, 11 seconds to go. And I tell you, Goffstown put themselves in this position because, you know, when you're down by 3 or 4 points, your job is you got to get the ball back. And if you're still in a 1-and-1 type of situation, which Goffstown was, I mean, you know, you're going to foul them and then hope that they miss that front end of a 1-and-1. And even if they make the 2, which he just did, then at least you got 30 or 40 seconds to try to put up a 3 and then foul him again. Again, this is a tough game for Goffstown. They played so well. Fourth quarter, though, they kind of went away from that zone defense, which I thought worked throughout the game. Perhaps the Goffstown staff thought that Milford was going to kind of milk the clock and pass the ball around, but it was only a 3-point lead at that time with about 4 minutes left when they switched over from a zone to a man-to-man. And then that allowed Milford to spread the court and to really get better looks at the ball, and it also caused Milford to drive more, and Goffstown picked up some fouls. So we got 12 seconds left, and albeit a miracle, this is not going to work out well for Goffstown. You're going to need a 3-point shot quickly. Green should put the ball up right now. Put the ball up right now. I don't know what he's doing. Coming out of a timeout, that should never happen. That's going to do it, folks. And that is the game. So Milford takes the win, 41-36. Goffstown played pretty well for 3 quarters, but was unable to stop Milford in the 4th. So with that, my name is Scott Rose for GTV Sports. See you later.